Welcome back to Hops and Whiffs. Bit of an impromptu video this, because this week Dior have released, or re-released, whichever way you look at it, their Dior Homme Parfum. Now it was originally released back in 2014 and it's well renowned as probably the best Dior Homme flanker in the whole line, so why would they want to re-release it? Well, it's done by Francis Kurkdjian, the world-renowned parfumist, so maybe that put a bit of excitement behind it. But I know a lot of people have been apprehensive about the release itself. How could they improve such a masterpiece? Would they ruin it? Well, I tried it this week. I went into my local Boots store in the UK and I gave it a go. And we'll look at the note breakdown. Are they different to each other? Are they similar? Is it just a revamping, a rebranding of it? Because the bottle is slightly different. So the original Dior Homme Parfum 2014 had top notes of Tuscan iris, Italian orange, mid notes of leather and rose, and base notes of sandalwood, amberette, argarwood and cedar. So the new one, released in 2025, had just top notes of iris, mid notes of amber and base notes of patchouli and vetiver. Now, as I said, I went and tried it, and what I got when I smelt it for the very first time, I got a lot of the iris up front, and not in the same way, probably because there wasn't as much citrus, so the Tuscan orange wasn't present anymore. All I got was kind of like an iris, the same as in this. Now this is a fantastic fragrance. This is obviously Le Male Le Parfum by Jean-Paul Gaultier, and very, very popular. And the iris in the new Dior Homme Parfum 2025 comes across a lot like that. Now you don't get the lavender in the Dior Homme, so don't think that if you like this you will immediately like Dior Homme Parfum 2025. It's just the iris comes along in the same way. Now, I wasn't blown away. I was a bit disappointed by the opening. I left it on my skin for a while, and I'd say within the next 3 hours, a little bit of sweetness came through. That'd be the amber. I mean, it is interestingly held up by the patchouli and the vetiver. You can definitely smell those coming through the base, and it does hold the whole fragrance up. And it is pleasant. I don't think it's as good as the original. I think it will appeal to a different kind of demographic. Like I said, people who kind of like their powdery, irisy, kind of fresh but without being fruity, will like it. If you're a massive fan of Dior Homme Parfum 2014, then I don't think that you're going to like this as much, because I think if you're a fan of the 2014 version, it's going to be one of your favourite fragrances. Whereas if you like the new one, then you maybe were a bit disappointed with the 2014 version. But again, fragrances and scents are very subjective, as you know. It's on the expensive side of the designer fragrance world. So you're looking at over £100 for a 50ml bottle. So that's not in a great position for myself, in my opinion. Would I recommend it to you? I don't think I would, because I think there are a lot of other fragrances out there. For example, the Le Parfum by Le Male, Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male. This does iris slightly better because it's a bit more fresh, a bit more sweetness comes through immediately, and the lavender in here really lifts that up. It kind of, the 2025 Homme Parfum does eventually smell a bit more like a Dior fragrance a good 5 hours in, and I only got 6 hours maximum on my skin as well, so it didn't perform the best, but it is a fresh fragrance. It's pleasant, but not overwhelming me with, I wouldn't give it compliments so much. So I'm very, very disappointed in this new release. But do go out and try it yourself. Let me know what you think, and join me again next time with any suggestions. Put them in the comments below, and I'll see you again soon on Hops and Whiffs. Thank you.